What is supply and demand? Golden Retriever loves apples. Golden Retriever loves apples so much that Golden Retriever dreams about apples. But Golden Retriever is not the only dog who loves apples. All the dogs in the neighborhood love apples too. Supply is how many apples the apple farmers have to sell. Demand is how many apples all the dogs want to buy. When lots of dogs want apples, but there aren't many apples available, the price goes up. When there are tons of apples, but not many dogs want them, the price goes down. Think of it like this. Golden Retriever goes to the apple store. There are only 3 apples left, but 10 dogs are waiting in line. Those 3 apples are going to cost a lot of bones because everyone wants them. But if there are 50 apples and only 2 dogs shopping, those apples will be cheap. This happens everywhere. With dog toys, with houses, with cars, with everything. The apple farmers want to make money, so they charge what dogs are willing to pay. Hey there, fellow tail waggers and treat lovers. Golden Retriever here, and wow, you made it through that first bit about apples and economics without falling asleep. That's impressive. If you're enjoying these simple explanations that even a dog can understand, maybe you'll hit that subscribe button. Golden Retriever promises to keep teaching you money stuff without using those scary big words that make your brain hurt. Also, drop a comment and tell Golden Retriever what confuses you most about money. Golden Retriever reads every single comment and gets so excited when someone asks questions. How does supply and demand work in real life? Let Golden Retriever tell you a story. Last summer, Golden Retriever's favorite apple tree got sick. The farmer could only grow 20 apples instead of the usual 200 apples. But all the dogs in town still wanted their daily apple snacks. What happened? The price of apples went from 2 bones each to 15 bones each. Golden Retriever was shocked. Golden Retriever had to save up allowance money for 3 weeks just to buy 1 apple. Some dogs stopped buying apples completely because they were too expensive. Then winter came. The apple farmer next door harvested a huge crop. Suddenly there were thousands of apples available, but dogs don't eat as many apples in winter. They prefer warm soup and hot treats. So now there were lots of apples, but not many dogs wanting to buy them. The price dropped to half a bone per apple. Golden Retriever bought 50 apples and stored them in the doghouse. Golden Retriever felt like the smartest dog in the neighborhood. Golden Retriever is getting so excited seeing all these new subscribers. You dogs are the best pack ever. If you're still watching this far, you clearly care about learning this stuff. And Golden Retriever respects that so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Golden Retriever wants to teach you everything about money in the simplest way possible. And hey, what topics should Golden Retriever explain next? Budgeting? Investing? How to negotiate a better allowance with your humans? Drop those suggestions in the comments below. What affects supply? Many things can change how many apples are available. Weather is the biggest one. If there's a drought, apple trees produce fewer apples. If there's perfect weather, they produce more apples. Natural disasters can destroy apple crops completely. Technology helps farmers grow more apples. Better fertilizers, better tools, and better farming methods mean more apples for everyone. When farmers can grow apples faster and cheaper, the supply goes up. Competition matters too. If only one farmer grows apples in town, they control the supply. But if 10 farmers start growing apples, suddenly there are way more apples available. More farmers usually means lower prices for dogs. Government rules can affect supply. Sometimes the government says farmers can't use certain chemicals. This might reduce the number of apples they can grow. Sometimes the government gives farmers money to help them grow more apples. The cost of growing apples matters. If fertilizer becomes expensive, farmers might grow fewer apples because it's not profitable. If workers demand higher wages, growing apples becomes more expensive too. When it costs more to grow apples, farmers might switch to growing something else instead. What affects demand? Golden Retriever has noticed that demand for apples changes based on many things. First, how much money dogs have in their piggy banks. When Golden Retriever gets a big allowance, Golden Retriever buys more apples. When allowance is small, Golden Retriever buys fewer apples. The season affects demand. In fall, all dogs want apples because they taste better, and it's apple picking time. In summer, dogs prefer watermelon and ice cream. Golden Retriever's demand for apples is much higher in October than in July. Health trends change demand. When the dog doctor said apples are good for teeth, every dog in town started buying apples. When a study said carrots are better than apples, demand for apples dropped. Dogs follow health advice, even when they don't really understand it. The price of other fruits matters. If banana prices drop really low, some dogs buy bananas instead of apples. If orange prices go way up, more dogs buy apples as a substitute. Golden Retriever calls these substitute fruits. Population changes demand too. If more dogs move to town, more dogs want apples. If dogs move away, fewer dogs want apples. More dogs equals more demand for everything, including apples. How supply and demand affect prices. When Golden Retriever understands supply and demand, Golden Retriever can predict what will happen to prices. It's like being able to see into the future, but for fruit prices. High demand plus low supply equals high prices. Think concert tickets for the most popular dog band. Every dog wants tickets, but there are only so many seats. Ticket prices go through the roof. Golden Retriever learned this the hard way when trying to see the Howling Hounds live. Low demand plus high supply equals low prices. Think winter coats in summer. Stores have lots of coats, but no dogs want to buy them when it's hot outside. Stores drop prices really low just to get rid of them. Balanced supply and demand equals stable prices. When the number of apples matches the number of dogs who want apples, prices stay pretty much the same. This is what economists call equilibrium, but Golden Retriever just calls it the happy middle. Smart dogs use this knowledge. Golden Retriever buys winter coats in summer when they're cheap. Golden Retriever buys apples when they're in season and stores them for later. Understanding supply and demand helps Golden Retriever save money and get better deals. Remember, prices are just signals. High prices signal that something is scarce or really wanted. Low prices signal that something is abundant or not wanted much. Golden Retriever always pays attention to these price signals when making buying decisions.